As millions of Americans head to the polls today, let's turn to our deputy political director for some insight.
ABC Shushannah Walshe here this morning. Hello to you. Is there a number one issue for voters this time around?
Yes, really the number one issue that we've seen in our polls over and over again is still the economy. It's still jobs. We're technically in a recovery. We have been since 2009, but there's so much disappointment across this country, and voters are going to take that disappointment, that sentiment, to the polls Tuesday.
So much buzz over whether the Senate will be taken over by Republicans. If that does happen, is it game over for the White House?
Well, it is likely that we will see even more gridlock, which is almost impossible to imagine after what we've seen. But then there's also the optimistic chance that both sides compromise and that we do get somewhere. But again, I think that's a positive, optimistic outlook.
Yeah, compromise in Washington. We appreciate your optimism at this time of day. What else? You talked about the economy, certainly, but what else is kind of pushing or going to get voters out to the polls?
So there are a number of other issues that people are going to go to the polls. We've also been seeing on the campaign trail: healthcare, women's issues, and another couple of issues that really have popped up, really October surprises. And that's really the fear around Ebola and containment of the Ebola virus, and also the threat and the fear around ISIS. Something we didn't know about, didn't hear about 6 months ago, have really taken over the campaign trail and will be in voters' minds, a lot of voters' minds, on Tuesday.
Do you think the day after elections that either the Republicans and Democrats will have a come to Jesus moment and suddenly say, we're going to make it work? And what would those issues be?
Well, that takes a lot of maybes, should we, possible, because there are so many people in Washington that do want to make things work, but then there are a lot of people that don't want to make things work. And so there are issues like, one, immigration. The president has said over and over again that he wants to make immigration work and that he's going to have some executive action. But we know that that's really going to inflame Republicans. Some Democrats have also said that they don't want to see executive action. So that's possible, but we'll see.
We will see. ABC's Deputy Political Director Shushannah Walshe, thank you so much. We will see you again real soon.